Congressman Paul Ryan claims there's bipartisan support for the billionaire tax cuts and eliminating Medicare as we know it. It's all in the budget. Here's how Ryan is trying to sell his radical budget plan.
There is an emerging bipartisan consensus on how to save and strengthen this program, how to make sure people in and near retirement can actually count on these promises, and how we can save this program for the next generation without bankrupting their children.
Bipartisan? How many Democrats are on board? I haven't heard any speak up on board with Ryan's budget plan, which is nothing but Robin Hood in reverse. And no polling anywhere shows support for any of its radical changes to social programs. Americans overwhelmingly want to leave Medicare alone. Democrats, Republicans, and independents, they all agree. Most people also want taxes raised on Americans making more than $250,000 a year. But Ryan's budget not only gives the wealthy and corporations a $3 trillion tax cut, it cuts billions from social programs and adds to the military budget. Today, a group of religious leaders signed a joint statement condemning cuts. One signature was from Father Thomas Kelly of Wisconsin. He wrote, as a constituent of Congressman Ryan and a Catholic priest, I'm disappointed by his cruel budget plan and outraged that he defends it on moral grounds. Republicans are providing a stark contrast to the president's vision for America. Democrats need to run on this and run on it hard. Let's turn to New York. Congressman Steve Israel, chairman of the DCCC. Congressman, good to have you with us tonight. I mean, this is the golden turkey for you to carve up. I mean, what in this budget is popular?
Well, I'll tell you, there's very little about this budget that is popular or that is right. The more we study the details of this budget, the more we realize it is stacked against the middle class, seniors, and working families. 4 quick things, Ed, that this budget does. If you're a billionaire in this budget, you get an average tax cut of $150,000. If you're an oil company, you get a tax break. If you're a company that ships jobs overseas, you get a tax break. If you're a senior citizen, you lose the Medicare benefit as we know it. And it's ultimately going to cost you an additional $6,000. So once again, we have Republican priorities that are stacked against the middle class, stacked against seniors, and that favor oil companies, billionaires, and companies that ship jobs overseas.
So that is a hard number. $6,000 is going to be the count on seniors who are on Medicare.
According to the Congressional Budget Office, the Ryan plan will cost the typical senior, and it could cost the typical senior an additional $6,000 ultimately, because they essentially put seniors in the greatest generation on an allowance.
So now it's up to
a
message.
Voucher.
Yeah, now it's up to messaging. How will the Democrats do this?
Well, we're going to do it the way we've been doing it for the past year. We're going to hold these Republicans accountable in every single congressional district. We need 25 seats to take the majority and protect Medicare and protect the middle class, and we have put these Republicans on notice. If you're going to vote against Medicare in order to protect billionaires, we're going to hold you accountable, and we're going to let the people in your districts make the decisions.
Mitt Romney was given a chance to weigh in on the Ryan budget yesterday. Here's what he had to say.
I'm very supportive of the Ryan budget plan. I think it's a bold and exciting effort on his part and part of the Republicans, and it's very much consistent with what I put out earlier.
Congressman, why are they so dogmatic about this when there's just no majority support anywhere for any of this? But why do they keep pushing it?
Well, look, years ago, the Republicans said that they wanted Medicare to wither on a vine. I have to give them credit. They are true to their beliefs. The problem is that they are not truthful with senior citizens. They are not truthful with middle-class families. This budget is an assault on seniors and middle-class families, and it is part of an extremist agenda to simply end Medicare in order to protect the biggest oil companies we have in the country.
Well, that vulture chart that I put up from time to time, I tell you what, this is nothing but vitamins for that, because this is going to take the red line further to the top, and it is going to hurt the blue liners more than you've ever seen, and also seniors. Seniors vote. But it's interesting how the Republicans are doing everything they possibly can on a state level to disenfranchise minorities and seniors when it comes to voter ID laws around this country. It all ties together. Congressman Steve Israel, great to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much.
We are going to continue producing oil and gas at a record pace. That's got to be part of what we do.
Republicans are standing in the way of lower gas prices, and Senator Bernie Sanders is doing something about it. He's coming here to explain.
What we saw last year about this time was when money and bodies came in from out of the state.
Scott Walker is still spreading lies over on Fox. We'll bring you the facts. And a top Romney advisor makes the gaffe of the year.
I think you hit a reset button for the fall campaign. It's almost like an Etch-a-Sketch. You can kind of shake it up and we start all over again.
Richard Wolff on Mitt Romney's Etch-a-Sketch moment.